Secretly caught on camera. Surreptitious fly tipping. People dumping their rubbish in public places or on private property.
I'm recording and I'm sending it to the police.
It's a blight on our towns and cities and on the British countryside. Fly tipping like this is an increasingly common sight in this country, and it's costing farmers and local councils tens, hundreds of thousands, millions of pounds to get rid of. Meanwhile, many of the criminals who left it here are simply getting away with it. This is the Michael Crick report for Mail Plus. An eyesore right at the heart of Edgware in northwest London, next to the local Sainsbury's superstore. Old wood, furniture, wood chippings over here, rubble, more rubble. I mean, what a horrid sight. Privately owned, it's due one day to become a car park, but right now it's a complete tip, and local businesses and residents, not surprisingly, are angry.
Crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
What effect do you think it has on the neighbourhood?
Oh, terrible. Runs everything down. Runs the shops down, and runs the high street down.
30 miles away, where East London meets Essex, farmer George Young has been a victim of fly tipping as well, and it's costing his family thousands and thousands.
All we tend to get in these locations is a lot of household waste. So this is stuff when maybe a builder's come in to do some work, or potentially even someone's just got to skip in to kind of clear their house out, something like that. They don't understand, Joe Bloggs on the street doesn't understand that they need to check the waste licence of the person who's taking the waste away. They think they've got a good deal because it's cheap, and then the cost ends up getting borne by farmers like me with rubbish like this being dumped on our land.
He says it's got worse in the last 4 or 5 years, partly through councils imposing higher charges at their official waste dumps. And this rubble will be more expensive to remove as it contains asbestos sheeting. How much will it cost you then to get rid of that?
This here is likely, due to the fact it's got some asbestos contamination in it, is likely somewhere between £4,000 and £6,000 to get cleared up.
£4,000 and £6,000 just for this pile of rubbish here?
Yeah.
Driving away from that location, we came across even worse. An abandoned caravan, not far away, more rubble and rubbish, partly blocking the highway. Just dumped here at the side of the road, 100 yards from a busy dual carriageway. And here, there's even a helpful sign saying, no tipping. Maximum penalty, £20,000. A fat lot of use, that's done. Meanwhile, in the East End of London, Barking and Dagenham Council claim a 25% drop in fly tipping like this, thanks to a tough new approach, they say, with an online wall of shame and leaflets which show faces of those caught doing it.
Coming up on the Wall of Shame CCTV appeal. Giving us the blues, man dumps plastic bags. Wheelie not on, man dumps car tyres. That's not what prams are for. Bags dumped in Devon Road.
Are we cracking down hard, or are we just saying these are our values? That's the question. I mean, I would say that the Wall of Shame is actually a tool, along with many other tools, to allow us to say these are our values. Now, I've had incidences I know of where residents have shopped family members, neighbours, and that's because they're saying, actually, we agree with the council's value system here. We want a nice clean street to live in, or a nice park to walk around, and we know the council can't do everything. So it's about us all working together to make it a community.
Back in Edgware, the owners of the debris-strewn site we visited have just been fined £8,000 for ignoring a council order to clear it up. Yet the owners themselves seem partly to have been victims of antisocial behaviour by others. It's all so complicated. Only with good coordination between central and local government, between farmers and businesses, the police and the courts, are we going to tackle this problem of fly tipping. But also I think it needs a change in social attitudes. Perhaps a few more of us need to ask in future, when we have some building work done, where does the waste and the rubble eventually end up?